Hi guys, welcome to the Savvy Money Show with me, your host Sean. Today we're talking about stocks here. I'm going to start with a few penny stocks. Let's start with Evofem Biosciences. This is one that I think could do well. Just an update. Remember that Trump is signing an executive order saying that all the vaccines and the chemicals from them should be manufactured in US, so this will help the small American companies, because it means those that usually outsource in likes of China and the EU and else, they will probably start going to look into these smaller penny stocks. Although, don't forget what I said about Gilead and Pfizer teaming up as well. They're both kind of slightly undervalued. Gilead are slightly undervalued, whereas Pfizer are undervalued considering the kind of pipeline they have. Anyway, let's get on with it. Spaq Group. I spoke about these before. This is a risky one, purely because it lives or dies on one thing. They are in all the airports. They have a spa. You go in, you have a massage before you fly while you're waiting for your flight, and they come out with, we're going to do COVID-19 testing, or only run for our friends across the pond. The problem is that a lot of the airports shut down, a lot of the places in the airports had to shut down, and beauty parlours had to shut down, which meant these had to shut down. But with them opening up again, we can pick them up at a discount, and a lot of countries are now saying you have to have had a test before you can fly to us. Some of them don't, but a lot of them are. And what happens if they say you have to have had a recent test? And these give an instant test, like in under an hour. So this is where they can really make out of it, but it's one of these risky ones where it can live or die if more countries follow suit with some of the other EU countries that have stringent rules that insist on a test before you enter. Then this will go up. If they don't, and things are eased just so they get more tourists in, them spending all the money on the COVID-19 testing when it was in heavy demand, they would have overpaid. Now they would probably get it for cheaper because there's more products on the market. So, as I said, a riskier one. Nkla Therapeutics, I probably butchered that name, but it's gone up a little bit, but I think it could still have room to run. And I'm sorry, I'm trying to get it all in. Digital Alley, ticker symbol DGLY, and I think that this is one that has been rising and it's had a bit of a pullback. I think it can go up again. Some of these just need a bit of good news coming out. Some of these are preparing press statements. Hopefully there'll be good news. CHFS ticker symbol is CHF Solutions. Now this one, I said before, the rise, it's had a pullback since then, and Anyways, again, any good news could lift this. We've seen that in the past. Plug power. Now, why would I put plug power in? Because when I first mentioned it, it was a penny stock. That's why. And don't forget to hit that lovely like button, almost as lovely as me. Helps with the YouTube algorithm and getting the video out to more people. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Become part of the Saving Money Show family. We give each other hints and tips and updates about stocks and shares we talk about on the show. As well as that, you can ask me to look into any share you want, and I don't charge a Discord fee or ask for a Patreon. All I do ask is for you to comment in the box below and hit the like button. Even if you disagree with me, especially if you disagree with me, I like a debate. And if I do something wrong, I want you to call me on it so I can improve the channel. And why not check out the links in the description below? There's lots of others. I've used each one of them myself. I wouldn't give you links if I haven't checked them out myself. If you're looking for a free trading platform which should trade your stocks and shares, you know, you can get a free share worth up to £200 for signing up and depositing a small amount. A free trade only requires a £1 deposit. The others require £100 or dollars, depending on which one you go for. Stake has over 3,500 US stocks on their books, which is the biggest one outside of the US. Whereas Trading 212 is one of the best and easiest platforms to use. But as I said, I use all three. Anyway, on with the show. Now, Plug Power has increased their profits. They've increased the profits. They've improved on earnings. They've kind of banged it out of the park. Sorry about that. They have remember that their two biggest customers were Walmart and Amazon. Well, now through the Walmart chain, they've signed a deal with Asda, and you know, they're just signing deals left, right and centre, and they're just really growing. Now, this is a stock. When it was $6, before it was $6 a share, I think it was around $4 to $6. I kept mentioning it. So, do I think it's a buying opportunity here? I think if you bought between $4 and $6, yes, you can average up. If you even at $11, I wouldn't go too heavy in, but I would wait for a pullback. But I've got no problem buying in at $11. This is one for the long term. Again, I would consider it a spec play, but has plenty of potential. Now, one I spoke about before. Again, it shouldn't be in with the penny stocks, but it was one I picked up, and it's one that has done well. If you remember, sorry about that. If you remember, I picked up some at the $8 mark, and then more at the $12 mark. This, I did a whole video on it, saying how if you can't afford Tesla, why not go into this one? Because 10% of its portfolio is in Tesla, and with the EV vehicles going up so high, this is one to go into. I also mentioned cars as well. So and then there's Broadcom, definitely not a penny stock. Nah, I've mentioned this before, I'll mention it again. Nah, I do think it's near its highest, but I do think it has room to grow. Rocket companies, I did mention it before it IPO'd, it was going to IPO, I did a video on it, suggest you check that out. I do think it's innovative, and I do think even at this price it's undervalued. I would I picked up a couple just to test the market, and even though it's gone up, I will be averaging up. Anything below 28.30 is a buy for me, and I just think people went crazy over lemonade. I think this does for the mortgage market what lemonade for the insurance. Difference is this is a bit more streamlined. Now I don't know how they come up with a market average of 2.3 to 2.8 for completion per month in the mortgage business, but these guys are getting over 8 per month because it's online, and I think the reason people aren't going into it is because it's a mortgage company. It's the same when I mentioned Prudential being undervalued. Since then, Prudential has gone up. It's still undervalued in my opinion, but it's ways. Now, speaking about lemonade, just because I spoke about it before, I said when it dropped down to 58, I've got no problem picking it up between 50 and 60. It's gone up slightly with people. If it drops down again between 50 and 60, I will pick up, just because the way they operate. I do think there are mistakes there, but the fact that they only have the 25% liability, but on every $100, and where they reinsure, they take over $43 out of $100, where they reinsure with other companies. Now, but I do think there are issues they need to get the work on with that. I was right when it was going up, and people were saying I've got to go in, they were FOMOing. I said it's too high, it's no good. I've gone through, I've checked the app out, it's not good enough to carry on going. And I was right. Purple Innovation, someone said about Purple Innovation. This is an interesting company. They're a mattress and pillow company, and usually I don't deal with them purely because you buy a mattress. If you're loyal to a brand, you buy a mattress or you buy a pillow, and it lasts you 5-10 years. They may be expensive, but they last you 5-10 years. It may last you a bit less, but that's on average. So, you know, you're not going to get the kind of income, but these guys have been. The income they've been getting for the last quarter suggests an income of 483 million. They've up their forecast for 2021 of $1 billion. That would mean that they will be close to. Look at that. Their market cap is 1.3 billion. Their income was $1 billion. I'm making $1 trillion, over $1 trillion company with all their assets and everything. Now, the thing is, they are They have a good setup, and my only worry with them is that something may come out that could, you know, you could have anything. They could have something in their products, could be harming people. Not that it is, I don't think it is. Or something, someone could get harmed or something. It could be a whole manner of things. It could be fire, you know, it might not be fire resistant. We hear it all the time, you know, safety numbers being fudged with cars and with all sorts of cameras. Now, my last one is Alteryx. Tick the symbol AYX. Now, it has dropped down 30%, and although I will be waiting a day or two to see if it carries on dropping, I think that this is what's known as an overreaction, and every reaction is an overreaction, and we play the overreaction and ride it up, and if it starts to move up, I'll be jumping on it. If it goes on moving down, I'll wait and I'll see how it's playing. Now, the same strategy will be with a company I spoke about before, Illumina. Now, I've spoken about this, and if you see, it hit 500. I spoke about it when it was 280. I said we should pile into this, and I gave my reasons why. I did a whole video on the background, what they did. I think people didn't watch it because the whole video was over 20 minutes long. I went into gene sequencing and that, and probably bored people to death. And now, they're a good company in my opinion, great market share. They have missed their earnings, not by much, but enough to frighten people off. They are back in the same place that they was in May. Nah, or pre-COVID. You've got to think about this. You know, if they're back where they was in May. May is the way that the biotech stocks have been going and tech stocks have been going. This is both since May, and this has been on a run as well. You know, I just think I will wait, see if it will probably trade sideways, but I will wait, see if it starts to break out, or see if it drops. If it drops, then anymore I will wait for the bottom, or as close to the bottom as I can get. No one can time the market. I will then wait to if it breaks out, I will jump on it, because this is good, and with Trump signing that executive order, this will make out of it. Anyway, I'll see you in the next video. Stay safe, stay savvy, stay invested. Goodbye.